Well, your election headquarters will be here to bring you all you need to see and feel from that particular manifesto launch as well. Director of Communications of the party, Yawabeng Asamoah, has been interacting on the AM show, and he reiterated how important the launch is in the political campaign strategy of the party for the 2020 elections.
I think what the Vice President did feeds into what we are going to outdoor tomorrow, and that is our manifesto for the 2020 election, but more importantly, looking at what we seek to do going forward into 2024. So over the 2020 to 2024 period, what do we do to consolidate what we have done between 2017 and 2020? That will be the focus of what we do. I like you saying that this is a great time for the party. Indeed, the party, which is the mother of the government, and clearly, whilst we are in charge, the government being the main instrument, has demonstrated that it is willing to lead, deliver on the difficult issues, and listen at the same time. Because public policy is a multi-headed animal. And that animal, you seek to take advantage of as many heads as possible at any given time. But people also fall through the cracks. We've governed in the expectation that the difficult decision, which will need to move the majority of the people, will also create cracks that a few fall into. And therefore, you do vulnerability nets to try and catch as many people as possible. But it's an agenda in progress, and we want the opportunity. We are seeking the opportunity. We are asking for the opportunity in all humility to continue with what we've started.
Now, what really is the feeling within the party?
Mr. A, who I used to be with, has been favored to lead. What about me? And if me is not magnanimous and me will not wait for his or her turn, then you have a little difficulty there. But on the whole, the party is in sync with the government. On the whole, the grassroots of the party believe that what we are doing for the people of the Republic is more important than their personal gain. And therefore, we are on course.
Now, typically for a governing party, there's always a thin line, right? In trying to make sure the structures of the party work, it is not neglected while in government. How have you been able to manage that?
We have continued to improve, pursue and improve what we came to meet, which is that at a certain informal level, the party leadership is very close to the top leadership of the government. In the New Patriotic Party, for example, our constitution demands that the sitting president and past president be part of our governing structure. So the sitting president is a member of our steering committee. And when the president comes to steering committee, I can assure you that he comes as a guest of the chairman and the general secretary. He doesn't come to be in charge of the meeting. So that is how you manage the structure. So at a national level, you have the government, which is clearly headed by His Excellency President Nana Akufo-Addo. The government comes out of the NPP's victory at the election 2016. And then, right now, the party itself, when it meets, has His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo sitting in steering committee as an invited member of the steering committee, not as the head of the steering committee, but as a member of the steering committee, able to offer advice, able to contribute to the decisions, able to vote on the decisions, but they are decisions of the party. It's the chairman of the party who heads the steering committee. So it's a symbiotic process. We just have to continue improving it so that party impacts government policy, and government policy reflects the needs of the people which the party represents.
So typically on Saturday, what will we be seeing?
On Saturday morning, there will be a National Council meeting to kick off the exercise. And then after that, we will have the Manifesto launch. And the Manifesto launch will cover about 3 segments. The first segment being speaking to the sectors, and then the second segment being an overall view, and then the third segment being the launch itself.
Now, as your election headquarters, we definitely will be in Cape Coast live to bring you all the previews and analysis, as well as reviews of the event. But joining us now, live from Cape Coast, is our man on the ground, Richard Kojo Nyako. Hello, Richard. How is Cape Coast preparing to receive the NPP as they launch their manifesto tomorrow?
The event venue for the launch of the 2020 manifesto of the new Patriotic Party. It is scheduled for tomorrow, but ahead of this event, there are so many things that are happening. There will be some, the manifesto would be presented to the National Council before finally it would be outdoor to the general public. Preparation-wise, in terms of security, the event hasn't taken place, but I can assure you that a lot of security personnel are on the ground at the University of Cape Coast. They are putting things in shape. You see the event venue, the new examination center, that's at the University of Cape Coast, has been decorated with the colors of the NPP. There are banners, there are posters and other things. But we have been informed that it is going to be a virtual one, and so it is strictly by invitation. This because they want to ensure a strict observance of the COVID-19 protocols, and so platforms would be designated at some various points, so people can go and have a viewing. They say that it will also even be on social media, so people should not even bother to troop to the event venue because of the protocols that we have. I have got the regional secretary of the party, Richard Techimensa, with me to throw more light on what really they have put in place to assure us whether the program would be, how the program is going to be like. Good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
So tell us, preparation-wise, how ready are you?
Kojo, we are really ready for tomorrow's manifesto launch. As you've said and you've seen around, preparations are seriously ongoing for tomorrow's program. You've been to the venue and you see that the creation is ongoing, even on the university campus and the rest. Everything is underway for tomorrow's manifesto launch. Apart from that, with security arrangements, the security committee has done marvelously well. Everything has been put in place to ensure maximum security for tomorrow's program. Wherever we think that there's a need for us to turn our attention to ensure that things are put in place, all these things are being done, and I assure you that all is set for tomorrow's manifesto launch.
You specifically chose the central region to launch this manifesto. Anything special? Why the central? Because we know that the central region is not a permanent friend of any of the political parties. It's a swing region. So why did you choose, and what are they to expect from the governing party?
Kojo, you know, the central region did play a critical role in 2016's victory, where we had 19 out of the 23 seats that we have in the region, had 53% of the popular vote. And this is a swing region. So the swing region gives you such a huge vote, which contributed massively to 2016 victory. Then there's a region that needs to be rewarded. So if you remember, in 2017, the National Party came here for the annual delegate conference, and 2022, the National Party is coming here for the manifesto launch. It tells you how critical central region is in terms of elections, and therefore the new Patriotic Party is not going to take things for granted as far as central region is concerned. We are doing everything to ensure that we win all the 23 seats and also win at least 60% of the popular vote. For the good of central region, they all attest to what Nanado, the NPP, have done within 3 to 4 years, and they are all praising Nanado. And all that they are saying is that, indeed, 4 years for Nanado to do more for you, and 4 more extra seats to grab in the central region. So central region, we are expecting promises and policies that are going to take us to the promised land within the next 4 years under Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo as president.
Thank you very much, Richard Techimensa. So that was the regional secretary of the NPP, Richard Techimensa, telling us about how prepared they are towards the launch of the manifesto. I can tell you that all the big wigs, all the major actors and the major stakeholders, as far as the launch of this manifesto is concerned, are in town. A lot of them are following the president. Today, the president has some commissioning to do, an inspection of projects. The first one is the Akufi Fruit and Juices Factory that would be commissioned anytime soon. The president is on air at ATL FM where he is granting an interview there. The second commission will be at Casa Europa, the potato processing factory, and then there will be another inspection of an ongoing project at the landing beach at Manford. So that is the itinerary of the president. From that place, they will retire to Cape Coast, and then they will present the manifesto to the National Council, and then tomorrow the manifesto launch will come.
Richard, it's good you didn't mention what the president is doing because he's been in your region for some time. But tell us, we've seen some videos where people seem to be very excited about his presence as he went to the Western region. Tell us how people are reacting to his presence in the Central region.
So yesterday, I can tell you that when the president went to Elmina to cast off for the Elmina fishing port, the people were excited. We had the chief fisherman of Elmina praising the president for even giving them outboard motors, something they had cried for. The chief of Elmina also placed some request before the president that where he stays is someone's apartment, and so it's very difficult for them to adjudicate cases when it comes before them when those people are involved, and so they threaten them with ejection. But the president promised that they are going to get some support. Also, another policy was announced that there is a revenue sharing of the castles and the forts. And so when they get the revenue, they will share the revenue with the traditional authority. From there, they went to Jufo Praso, and then they inspected the construction of the bridge over the Pra River at Jufo Praso.
Thank you very much, Richard Kodonyaka there. He's a man on the ground, and tomorrow the team will be joining him and will be bringing you very comprehensive coverage of the NPP's manifesto launch. So don't worry, if you can't be there, you can stay, or you should stay with your election headquarters as we bring you all you need to know about that particular event.